What it do, YouTube, man? It is your boy Solid back with another solid reaction. And today we got the harsh truth. Who had more help? Now, this is the facts. Now, we're going to break it down into each individual teams like, LeBron James with the Heat. Did he have more help than Michael Jordan with the Bulls? Maybe you might have an argument there. But if he's going all fledged just as a player, who had more help to win championships? If you look at it any otherwise and say it's Michael Jordan, it's blasphemy. Because you can honestly say, look at that Heat team. He had four superstars on that team. Look at that that Cavaliers team. He had upwards of 4 or 5. Let's not forget Kevin Love. We've got Ahmad Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, all on one team. That's 6 people. Now, and then we're going to go ahead and shift over here to the Lakers. Now, I'm not even going to throw in the Cleveland year where he had approximately, 10 MVP or I think they said MVP or MVP finalists on the team together with Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose, and all that. We're not going to talk about that team because that was a great team as well, and he still lost. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to go ahead and shift it over to the Lakers. Now, when we look at the Lakers, man, we got Anthony Davis. We got Westbrook, which are both very, I wouldn't be surprised in the next 75 list, one of those players is on that list. Just hear me out. We got that. He's also had Kyle Kuzma. Now, I know y'all looking like Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball and them. They're not superstars as of right now, but they will be. He's had more help than any player in the league. Any player. I don't think there's a team who was more stacked than LeBron's teams. But we're going to go ahead and check this one out, man. If this is your first time seeing me on your screen, man, do your boy a favor, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you never miss another solid reaction so you can watch me do what I do best, baby. Let's get into it.
Around them, Jordan or LeBron, who had more help to win in the playoffs. Both of these players had multiple All-Stars, All-NBA players, and All-Defensive Team players that assisted them. Both players had well-constructed teams around them that helped them to maximize their odds.
So I think he is going to go by years.
Who really had more help? Well, in this video, we're going to put an end to this argument. We're going to discuss who had more help on the way to their playoff success. Before this video starts, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like these.
Okay, let me see. I really want to know how he's going to do this.
Michael Jordan was drafted in 1984 to the Chicago Bulls. In his first few seasons with the Bulls, it wasn't that good. The Bulls were constantly getting eliminated by better teams like the Bucks, Celtics, and Pistons. Despite MJ's historic numbers in production during this time, the Bulls never saw real playoff success at first. Well, that was until the stars started to align for Chicago. The great teams of the 80s like the Celtics and Pistons slowly started to fade away, and the Bulls added on who's known as their second best player, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan was continuing to improve his game. The Bulls finally started to see success in the postseason. MJ was able to secure the Bulls' first three-peat. Jordan, with the help of Pippen and other role players, were able to beat the Lakers, Trailblazers, and Suns in the NBA Finals. Everything was going so good for the Bulls until MJ decided to retire for the first time. This stunned not only NBA fans.
So on that first team, I want y'all to understand they only acknowledge Pippen as a superstar. So maybe I need to dial back on who he's considering as a superstar. You get what I'm saying? So if he's only giving Pippen that superstar on the Bulls team, I might as well take Ahmad Shumpert, J.R. Smith, and I'm not leaving. I think Tristan Thompson is still a dominating player, but I will leave. No, I'll take Tristan Thomas off, but we'll still leave Kyrie and Kevin Love. Both are very dominant players, so we'll give them both of those.
World. Probably the most famous athlete in the world, retired right after winning 3 championships in a row. Eventually, he was back come the end of the 1995 season. He came back to the NBA just to lose to the Magic in the second round. The league realized that MJ was indeed human, but this didn't stop Jordan. The Bulls decided to add a crucial piece to their roster that would help them win greatly, Dennis Rodman. Rodman's ability to grab lots of boards really benefited the team. The Chicago Bulls, with the core of MJ, Pippen, and Rodman, was able to win another three-peat. They beat the Supersonics and the Jazz twice in the NBA Finals. This was the last postseason success that MJ got. The Chicago Bulls in the mid to late 80s was at first not a great team. It was at first just a young Michael Jordan trying to haul his team of pretty much nobody towards the NBA Finals. But eventually, as the Chicago Bulls as a team improved immensely, and some of the other great teams faded away, the Bulls were able to capitalize on this and win 6 championships.
Why Why do I feel like
LeBron James also had a similar story of playoff success. He was drafted in 2003 to the Cleveland Cavaliers as an 18-year-old straight from high school. His first 2 seasons were uneventful. In 2006, LeBron made his first playoffs. However, he lost to the Pistons in the second round. 2007 was a big year for the chosen one.
I mean, but when you're honest, I'm gonna be honest about that. The Pistons was good that year.
Nobody was able to drag his non-existent squad to the NBA Finals. However, he lost badly to the Spurs, getting swept in 4 games. Throughout the span of the next 3 years, LeBron was getting bounced out of the playoffs around the conference semifinals and the conference finals. It wasn't until the next phase of LeBron's career where he really found playoff success. LeBron decided to leave his hometown of Cleveland and become the villain of the league by joining the Miami Heat. This move was considered weak by many people. LeBron took the easy route and joined a super team with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. This super team was able to win 2 of 4 championships. They won in 2012 and 13 against the Thunder and the Spurs, but they lost in 2011 and in 2014 against the Mavs and Spurs. Then LeBron decided to move back to his home team with the Cleveland Cavs.
That should have been a foul, but I ain't gonna say nothing. That should have been a foul.
LeBron and the Cavs, with help from Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and other role players, were able to make it to the 4
Fuck no, y'all not gonna, y'all can't do that. Look, let me explain this something to y'all. If y'all really think Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love are role players, y'all gotta be blasphemy. What? So what makes a superstar then? Because let's not forget, both of these players on different teams are respectfully superstars. Kevin Love, before even coming to the Cleveland, he was on the Timberwolves. That was a superstar player, averaging 28 points a game. What are you talking about? Kyrie leaves and goes to Boston, averages 25. What are you saying? What makes a superstar then? What makes a superstar? Because if that's the criteria, James Harden is not a superstar. Stephen Curry is not a superstar. Klay Thompson is not a superstar. LeBron James is not a superstar. Let me think of some more. Like, it just don't make sense. Like, how can y'all say these people? Y'all don't make none.
Finals and win one.
Is it just because you playing on the team with LeBron James that makes you just a role player?
In 2016, as you guys are all probably familiar with, LeBron was able to make his legendary 3-1 comeback in the finals. He surpassed the odds, he did the impossible, and won from a 3-1 deficit. The next and really last great postseason success LeBron achieved was in 2020 with the LA Lakers. LeBron and the Lakers, with the help of Anthony Davis and other key players, were able to stomp through the competition and win the NBA Finals in the bubble. And that's about where LeBron's playoff achievements end. LeBron at first was just a young kid trying to haul his weak squad to achieve postseason success.
It's the same story, but
eventually,
it's just,
as
LeBron
different. Decided to make moves to put himself in better situations, he was able to find real playoff success. As LeBron joined teams with more talent around him, he was able to win championships. So, who really had more help on their teams? Well, keep watching to find out the answer.
All right, okay. Here we
go.
In
order to truly see who had more help, let's take a look at what players MJ and LeBron had. Michael Jordan played with a total of 6 All-NBA players, 8 All-Defensive players, and 6 All-Stars. LeBron James played with a total of 5 All-NBA players, 2 All-Defensive players, and 15 All-Stars. But isn't this unfair because LeBron played more seasons than MJ?
No, let him have it.
If we convert the numbers to a per-year stat, this is what they look like. We can see that LeBron played with, on average, more All-Stars, but MJ played with more All-NBA and All-Defensive players. Let's look at this from a number standpoint.
Because LeBron's teams have never been built on defense. So for you to say, like, oh, well, he had no all defensive players, like, they never really, LeBron, like, in today's league, defense is kind of up in the air. People don't really play defense. If you play defense, people bash you for it. Like Draymond Green, what's that boy's name? It's right on the tip of my tongue. He's on the Lakers right now. Patrick Beverly, players like that, people hate them. They don't enjoy watching them play. Even Klay Thompson, when he plays good defense, people are like, why is he playing that? Like, so I think that's kind of unfair. I feel like in today's game, defense isn't relevant. And that's sad, but it's the truth.
We're going to take a look at the win shares and value over replacement from all the All-Stars each player played with. As we can see here, LeBron has the highest score of both stats, as well as the combination of both of them. But let's adjust it to per year. LeBron still wins this category, but with a slimmer margin. This means that LeBron had more help, right? Well, not quite. Although looking at all the best players both legends played with is great, there's more to the team than just the best players. I think we need to take this question a little bit deeper.
Okay.
To really answer this question, we need to look at MJ and Bron and their teams as a whole. We're going to first start it by looking at the win shares over MJ and LeBron's whole career. More win shares typically mean that that player had more to do with winning, meaning they didn't have as much help from their team. As we can see by this chart, for the most part, Michael Jordan had more win shares per season throughout his career. On these charts, I'll show you guys, red is Michael Jordan and blue is LeBron James. I only decided to use the seasons of both players that A, made the playoffs that year, and B, the player played a considerable amount of games. So you'll see that I didn't use the 1986 season or the 1995 season for Michael Jordan because he didn't play a considerable amount of games. Also, I didn't use 2004, 2005, 2019, 2021, or 2022 for LeBron because in 2021 he didn't play enough games. In the other 4 years, he didn't make the playoffs. Anyways, let's look at the team's wins now. This really helps to put some context into the win shares and just generally show what team was better. Neither LeBron or Jordan really take a clear advantage here. Both greats had their up and down years. Let's look at the win shares and team wins combined. First, let's take a look at MJ's numbers. In the beginning of his career, we saw a correlation. As Jordan produced more, the team saw more wins as a result, but we don't see this correlation in the next 4 years. I think one player mainly contributes to this, Scottie Pippen. The Chicago Bulls, but especially Scottie Pippen, were improving a lot during this time. Pippen was the X factor that pushed the Bulls past the Pistons and eventually helped them win the NBA Finals. Then in MJ's final 3 years, in 1996, 97, and 98, followed a similar trend as Jordan's start of his career. As Jordan produced more, so did the team. During this 3-year streak, Jordan also had the most help of any point in his career. When you look at LeBron, it becomes harder to identify trends in this graph. There's no real correlation with LeBron's numbers. I think this is because LeBron has constantly switched teams in his career. LeBron hardly ever kept the same teammates, while Jordan, for the best years, was only with the Bulls. Next, we're going to look at the hypothetical wins without MJ or LeBron. This is done by subtracting the win shares of the player by the actual amount of wins the team got.
With that being said, I guess what he's trying to make the point is that Scottie Pippen alone was better than every teammate that LeBron James has ever had. That's basically what I'm getting. If I'm wrong, tell me right now. But if from my understanding, what he's saying is Scottie Pippen could take on Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, all of them by himself and win. That's what the win share show, bro. Now, I'm just saying.
This shows how well the team would do without them. In the beginning of Jordan's career, the Bulls were really reliant on Jordan's production for wins. But as Jordan and the Bulls developed, they became less reliant on MJ to produce them wins. LeBron throughout his whole career has always been depended on by his team to produce wins. For most of his seasons, his teams would have been average at best without him. I think to really put it in the best words, LeBron is a floor raiser and Michael Jordan is a ceiling raiser. The final chart we're going to look at is a chart showing contributions. This is the amount of win shares produced by a player divided by the amount of wins their team got. This shows how much a player truly contributed to winning basketball. The numbers on this graph represent a percentage of how much they contributed. A very common theme in these graphs is MJ carrying the load in the early stage of his career, while contributing less when he had more help on his teams. For the majority of seasons, Jordan contributed more.
Let's be real, he was asked to. Let's be real, he was asked to. Right? Let's be real, because year 5 is when we got year 6 is when we got Phil Jackson. Phil said, Mike, you can't score all the time. They know you're going to score. Pass the ball. So Mike started passing the ball. He started learning he could use his team. Are we really gonna dumb this man down to that just because he listened to his coach? Bro, I'm listening. If we being real, are you listening to Ty Lue or Phil Jackson? Be real. Come on, bro. You gonna listen to Phil.
In the early stage of his career, while contributing less when he had more help on his teams. For the majority of seasons, Jordan contributed more to his team than LeBron did. So who really had more help on their teams? Throughout examining all the numbers, stats, awards, and achievements, the data really tends to point towards LeBron James. LeBron James had more help on his teams throughout the course of his career? I think
Yes.
most of you were probably expecting this answer. Although LeBron really didn't have a lot of help during his first stint with the Cavs, over
Facts.
the course of LeBron's career, he's always been
always
surrounded
said
with
that.
various all-stars that have helped him make it to and win many NBA finals. LeBron on average has contributed less to his teams than MJ, while making it to 4 more NBA finals. Michael
losing
Jordan at first
6
didn't have a
more.
lot of help.
Shut up,
During his
Ronnie.
first
Could be
4
me.
or 5 seasons with the Bulls, the team was just Michael Jordan. Without MJ, the 80s Bulls would have been one of the worst teams in the East. Similar to LeBron, as Jordan progressed in his career, so did the team around him. But MJ has always contributed more to his team
Bang.
than LeBron. Jordan typically hasn't had the same firepower that LeBron had, and Jordan has had more success in the playoffs. LeBron James has had more help on the way to his postseason successes.
God dang. All right, man. That is the end of this video, man. I kind of knew that's what the direction was going, but I kind of felt like he was leaning a little bit towards James just because a lot of people like to look at it and say, well, Scottie helped and made that team just so much better. And I do not want to take that from Scottie. Scottie really made that team better. Like he really rose the cap on what the Bulls could be. But I look at what I'm saying is like, when you say who had more help, I look at the players individually on each team that Mike or LeBron James played on. And then I say, okay, did this player really help him more? Ray Allen. Could Ray Allen be on the team by himself and win and possibly go to the playoffs? He's done that. So yeah, we can say that. All right, so let's go. Wade. Can Wade be on the team by himself and win a championship? Yeah, he's done that. Then we go Anthony Davis. Can Anthony Davis be on the team by himself and possibly win a championship? Yeah, he's almost done that. Let me go. Kevin Love, another player. Yeah, he's almost done that. Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he's almost done that. We've got, let me think of some more players. Derrick Rose. Yeah, he's almost done that. Other players, I don't even want to put those down. I'm going to take Derrick Rose off because I know a lot of people are like, no, that team is, so I'll take him off. Who's another player on the team that we don't look at? Oh, Bosh. Could Bosh been a big man on another team and win a championship? Yeah, he could have. Chalmers, could he been a shooting guard on another team and win a championship? Yeah, he could have. There's all of these players that you could have. Could Steve Kerr win without Mike? Possibly. I think he did win. I think he did. I think he won with the Spurs. I think he did. So, yeah, we'll say Steve Kerr, Spurs. Scottie Pippen. No. We seen. No, he couldn't do it. And that's Scottie. And this is the strongest player on everybody's team that they really throw on Mike like y'all had Scottie. Even when he left. When he left, it was over. And I know I hate to do it. I know Scottie was on the end of his career. But it's the facts. It's the truth. But, man, thank y'all guys for checking out this video, man. If y'all guys did enjoy this one, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you never miss another solid reaction. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.